Yep, back on the wheel again I am. Grinding away, we got 30 days of night on. So that way when you hear the screaming and all the horror, it kind of fits the kind of day I've had. And probably some of you have had the same thing. You know, it's funny, I've been getting an awful lot on Facebook. And may I just say, those of you who tuned into the whole She-Ra thing, stop dogpiling on the old man. And as for my son, posted that picture of me looking a million years old in a robe. Oh, he'll pay for that. He'll pay dearly. You can rest assured on that one. As for one of the oldest friends I have, Greg Mott, I hope you're tuning into this tunage. It's good to see you still got some moxie in you. Now what we're basically doing is I'm throwing cups. And I've had a couple of really good guidance things that we've been doing. You've asked for smaller cups, which for me, small's never been a real part of my repertoire. I tend to work with cups that I don't know. They're basically gallons with a handle on it. But I've had a number of you go, hey, I just want something a wee bit smaller. I was like, alright. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I've done some, I've done a lot of new carvings. And I appreciate, by the way, all the input I've been getting. I really like the fact that the zombies have been well received. And keep in mind when you look at my greenware. See, my son got me involved in that. He said, you wanted to see greenware. You wanted to see the process, I guess. But for me, that's only half the story, because everything you see built there is all going to get hand glazed. And some of those zombies are going to have the apocalypse painted in behind them. And the doggy ones, oh yes, the different markings and colors. So, I guess for me, I see them a little different than you guys see them. But evidently I've shown you enough for you to tell me, hey, I want more of this, and I want more of that, and that's good. That's really good. And I tell you, I have spent more time on Facebook than I usually do. But it's just been great reconnecting with old friends, especially the Blackhawks. Can't wait to see you in July. And with new friends. I got my beardies. I've got Earl, and of course staying in touch with my family out there. You know, I got friends that are sitting at home healing. I got a friend currently in the hospital healing. You know, for those of you out there, I do pray for you on a daily basis. And I have to also mention that, you know, I gotta tell you, all the fussing and fighting I see online, I don't understand it. You know, life is too short to be muddling it up with, you know, taking your ego a little too far and just hurting people and hating on people. I just don't understand. I don't. Then again, I'm just a simple potter. You know. And unfortunately, it's been a long enough day waxing philosophical. I just don't have it in me. But what I do have here is a cylinder that's coming up kind of nice. You gotta take the water out of the inside here. It's always these awkward times where, you know, the clay calls to me, and I am also talking with you. I'm doing a series of 18. Oh, and they've been asking me, oh, when can I buy? When can I buy? Well, I'll tell you what, once I get that whole Etsy thing squared away, with the policies posted, and the shipping thing I don't even understand. I haven't tried to understand that yet. And of course, well, school is like herding cats right now. You get one in line and the other three have wandered away. But once I get all that in line, which shouldn't be long, I want to say maybe another month. Remember, the clay's got to dry and get glazed, and I want to be able to post the good stuff. Don't you worry one little bit. I will be posting it on Facebook. I'll be posting it on Solstice Born as soon as we go on, because trust me, if you think my son is going to let me go 5 seconds from posting without letting everyone know, you're fooling yourself. So don't you worry, you won't be missing a thing. It's still in the works about Lum's Pond. We won't be, quote-unquote, selling pottery there, but I'd love to have you all come out who are on this part of the coast and come and visit us. You know, my son's going to come out and we'll hang out and have a grand time. We'll cook something and ask you to bring a dish to pass. You know, and we'll have a good time with it. That's my goal. Shout out to Tigger, who is having a bonfire. We'll be seeing him there by the flames. That'll be good to see some of you there. I missed it all. I really have. But, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it's been a neat experience. And, of course, I get teased because my wife's always been ahead of the curve. She and A-Rod have been on it for like 5 years, and it's not new technology to them, but it's all brand new and exciting to me. You know, the idea that on a whim, you can just reach out, poke me, which I don't understand what poking is. I personally like to think of it as electronic pong. It's just really slow pong. Kind of like that. I've been explained by a couple of you that it's a way of saying howdy or I'm thinking of you, and that's why I always poke back. But what I really like is the comments, because that gives me an insight on what's on your mind. And it kind of makes me feel a little more connected to my people that tune in and have a good time with it. And we encourage you. We now have followers and friends out there from Sydney, Australia, London, England, Germany. Oh, there's a couple other countries too. You know, and what was that?
You also have followers in Japan as well.
Yes, I do. I do. I actually do. And that was a hoot. I was like, Japan? Are you kidding me? We're that far? But again, I'm old, and this kind of technology is still like magic witchcraft to me. But I do ask, though, that when you do post to us, be mindful. You know, I have all kinds of friends with all kinds of faith and all kinds of different views, but we all share one thing in common. We care enough about each other to tune in and to communicate. So I do ask you, and I think a number of you, if you like what we're doing here, send a post and like it. Absolutely. And that is that I do the whole Facebook, 1, to show you what I'm doing. And 2, I do it to uplift my spirit. I don't know about you, but I live for the posts that are positive, that tell me I can face another day, that it's going to be all right. You know, I said those are the ones I need to see. And yes, I have been looking at some of the cool phrases you got on there, and I have been carving new faceplates. So I hope nobody gets insulted that I'm converting some of their ideals into an actual faceplate on pottery. You might like them. I think it's kind of fun. Well, anywho, we got a little one here. This is what I call a little one anyway. And, yeah, and also out there, there's Mary Ellen Benaim. I have not forgotten. Let it be said on that. And I will send you a faceplate, but I have a faceplate carved. And, and there's a certain young lady out there who likes Great Danes, and I did tell you, I'll be posting that too. If you've got interest too in things, like one of my cousins likes parrots. And so I'm looking into parrots. I've never carved birds before. I'm trying a lot of new stuff, and you people have really pumped in a life back into my pottery. And that's a great thing. So, I do thank you. You have an excellent night tonight. And enjoy the weather while it lasts 15 seconds. You know, I hear we're supposed to get rain, and some of you have been having snow and ice. And personally, I think Old Man Winter has gone from being a drunk to a completely disturbed individual. I don't think he knows where he needs to be at this point. But I'm hoping that, our little bunny Spring will come and, how can I put it delicately, kick him directly in the snowballs, as I believe what you had said online, and I like that. So, you enjoy your evening, and it's been a pleasure. We'll look for you next week.